Divisions within the Congress of the People have escalated to a series of back-to-back suspensions. Party leader Mosiuoa Lekota was suspended for a lack of energy and his role in dividing the party, as well as his ill health, we're told. In retaliation, he suspended Deputy President Willie Madisha, the National Spokesperson Dennis Bloem, and the Secretary for Elections, Mzwandile Hleko. Lekota supporters say he'll remain active and competent to lead the party and serve as its leader in Parliament. For more on this now, let's bring in Corps Dennis Bloem, who joins us via our video link this morning. Dr. Bloem, it's always great having you on the program. Thanks very much indeed for agreeing to come on. I don't mean to be flippant, but just to be clear, in what capacity are we speaking to you this morning? I mean, do you acknowledge your suspension?
Good morning, Ayanda, and good morning to the viewers. This is news to me that I am suspended, and I wonder from who have suspended me. That's why I'm saying it's news to me. I am the spokesperson for the Congress of the People, and it ends there. That's why I'm saying it's news to me. I hear it from you, Ayanda, about the suspension of myself, Ndate, the Deputy President, and Ndate Hleko. It's news. I don't know about anything like that.
All right. So as far as you're concerned, there hasn't been any kind of formal communication, at least internally, announcing your suspension from Mosiuoa Lekota.
I am saying to you, Ayanda, this is news to me. And you see, Ayanda, that's exactly why we took, the CNC on Sunday took this decision to suspend Ntate Lekota because of this type of division that he is creating. Here you are talking about a back-to-back suspensions. You understand, Ayanda, what does this thing cause? This has caused division into the Congress of the People. A week ago, I said that this meeting that Ntate Lekota was having in Bloemfontein in Mosselpoort with a group of friends, I said that can cause a very serious split in the Congress of the People. Here we are now. We are talking about back-to-back suspension. Exactly what I have said a week ago. That this is what is happening. This division that Ntate Lekota have caused in the Congress of the People.
All right, let's take this in bite sizes if we can. Is Tebogo Louwate still the national chairperson of COPE, at least insofar as you're concerned?
No. Tebogo Louwate went underground. Tebogo Louwate was elected in a Congress, in the conference in Bloemfontein 3 years ago. He went underground during the elections, during our election campaign last year. Tebogo Louwate was nowhere to be found. I am very surprised that all of a sudden Tebogo Louwate is coming out to talk about things that he does not know. Tebogo Louwate does not exist in the Congress of the People.
Because he's come out to say that Mosiuoa Lekota's suspension is hallucinations by a group of three, and I presume that you're part of those three people. So as far as you're concerned, he's not even speaking from a legitimate point of view. He's not legitimately in the organization. So whatever follows from that really can't be considered.
Ayanda, we had a CNC, Congress National Committee meeting on Sunday, the 28th. And 6 provinces were present. 7 of the directly elected members of the Congress of the People were there. The youth movement, the women's movement were present in that meeting. Now, I don't know this other structure that is calling themselves a CNC. That is the problem. We have said so, that Ntate Lekota is going to to cause confusion and division in the Congress of the People with that meeting that he called last week, Saturday, in Mosselpoort in Bloemfontein. This is now the results of that meeting. Confusion, division.
The party has already endured what some people are describing as a damaging split before. If this moment leads to another split, if it does happen, do you reckon you'll survive it?
I have said a few days ago on this platform, I think with Thabo Mdluli, I have said we will do everything in our power, Ayanda, to save this party from a split. We are not going to allow a split in the Congress of the People. We will work very hard to unite this party because some of us have worked very hard and are still working very hard to service the people of South Africa. We must save the country. We cannot allow a division and a split in the Congress of the People. It will not happen.
I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that unity in some instances calls for compromises along the way. What concessions are you willing to grant to Mosiuoa Lekota as you try work to unifying this organization?
No, we are not enemies in the first place, Ayanda. Lekota is still the president of the party. You see, when you are suspended, you are not being found guilty of anything. You are suspended pending a disciplinary hearing. So there is no, we are not enemies. We are still comrades, members of the Congress of the People. So there is no such a thing of compromises and what. We must stick to the constitution of the Congress of the People. There's no friendship in the Congress of the... In any organization, there's no friendship. There's only a constitution that must be adhered to, and people must abide by the constitution.
I hear you saying that there are no enemies, but there are serious divisions. In fact, there are disagreements that have even the public confused about who the current leader of COPE is as you and I speak. And if there's going to be a mending of those gaps, conversations need to take place, and part of those conversations may very well include making concessions.
Ayanda, the person who was supposed to be the father of the party is dividing the party. It is him who must say to his children, my children, come, let us sit around the table and sort out this whole problem of this division. It is him. Now, he is causing this problem. If Lekota can say that, no, I understand and I am going to fall in my fault, I am going to recognize my mistake, then we are going to move forward.
As I mentioned, we've been here before. I wonder what lessons you reckon COPE brings to deal with this moment, given the fact that, again, you've had instances where there's been a tussle for power that's really dug into, the kind of hold and influence that COPE has on South Africa's political landscape.
Ayanda, it's not necessary to fight for power in the Congress of the People. What we must do as members of the Congress of the People is to build the Congress of the People. What is the use in fighting for positions and the party is going down? Ayanda, it's very painful that we are now and then talking about where COPE comes from. From 37 members of the Congress of Parliament, 37 in Parliament, we are sitting with 2 members now. It's very painful. Instead, we must build the party. I don't know why people can fight for positions, and clearly there's a problem that we must address to rebuild the Congress of the people, and not concentrating on a power struggle. It will not help. It will really bring the party down. I hope that our members must recognize that fact, that division and infighting will not build the party, it will destroy this party.
And on that note, we'll have to leave it. Dennis Bloem, you say you're the spokesperson of COPE. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. Dennis Bloem speaks for the Congress of the People, and hopefully you'll be able to get to the bottom of what does look like, really strong disagreements, to put it lightly, within the organization. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us.